Good morning, guys. How is everybody? I am in Boise still, sitting here in the rain. It's been raining off and on all morning, but it's not snowing. Still can't see the mountains though, or you just barely see them in the fog. Lined up to get a picture of them. Anyway, yeah, I'm just sitting here. Um, we load tomorrow morning, over in Nisa, Oregon. Going to Florence, I think, New Jersey. I think it's Florence. So that's our plan. We're just hanging out. Ain't got a whole lot to do today. Trying to decide what I want to eat. Do I want another salad from the deli, or do I a sandwich from the deli? Do I want a pizza? Do I want Wendy's? Do I want soup? Um, do I want something out of Flying J? Not really. The Flying J added Greyhound here. They got a Greyhound office in there. Now they're all the Greyhounds come in here. Yesterday there were two of them in here at one time. There was another one that came in later, and it looks like they're going to be coming through here all the time now. So there's always a bunch of people sitting around in there. That's a drag. Then you get the buses coming through, and one just left. That's a drag. All the people running around. Anyway. What are they doing over there? What in the world? And somebody had a bunch of stuff in the back of their trailer that thrown in the garbage, some kind of big cloth or tarp or something. You don't know, but he stuffed it in a trash can. Stuffed it in there. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, Bob and Ma. You asked about um, what we do when we're sick. When truck driver's sick and then you see the doctor or whatever. Do we go to urgent care or what? We kind of self-diagnose a little bit, and we kind of determine whether it's something serious enough to see a doctor right away, um, or if it's something we can put off until we can get home. Um, there's been a couple of times, well, probably since I started driving, there's been maybe 3 times where I've gone to the hospital, wherever I was, where it was something serious. I thought it was serious enough to go to the hospital right away. Um, the first time I had a toothache that was horrible. Oh my, man, I thought I was dying. It was something serious. And I went to the hospital. It was in Oregon, in Rosewood or Rose something in Oregon. I forget the name of the little town, South Oregon. Anyway, yeah, I went to the hospital there. Yeah, I was in a lot of pain, man. It was horrible. And they gave me some penicillin and codeine, which I can't take the codeine because I'm driving the truck. Can't take a narcotic or anything that's going to knock you out. Codeine will not knock you out. So I couldn't take the pain pills, but I took the penicillin, which I took one pill. Wham! Man, it knocked the infection out right away. And I think I might have taken total of, they gave me 10 pills. I think I may have took 2 or 3 of them. And like I said, it knocked the infection out right away. I mean, the next morning I was in heaven. Knocked the pain out, I was happy. So I saved the rest. And a good thing I did. It wasn't. I was in Oregon on my way to California, and then I came back up to Oregon and across Wyoming, and I ran into one of our other drivers in Wyoming, and in a rest area. Back then, I drove for Cargo Express, and was at a rest area there in Wyoming. He was on his way to Denver, but he had a tooth, a seriously infected tooth. I mean, half his face was swollen up. I mean, big swollen. When I saw him, I was like, "Oh my God!" And I knew right away they had an abscess tooth, and his head was just huge. And he was on his way to Denver. He lived here in Boise. He had to go to Denver. He was under a load. And he was saying, when I saw him, he just asked me if I had anything for the pain. I had the codeine, which technically you can't take, but he needed it. So I gave him the codeine and the penicillin. And told him, I asked him to make sure he wasn't allergic to penicillin. And he said he wasn't. So I gave him that, the rest of my penicillin. Told him to go see a dentist as soon as he got to Denver. And that's what he wanted to do. So yeah, he left there, and I caught him at the yard maybe a week or so later, and he was feeling much better. Had a tooth taken out. And he was, thanking me for sharing my medication for him, because he was in that band like that. His head was swollen up big. Whew. And yeah, he was very thankful, which I can imagine. Mine was infected, but mine was a nerve problem, I think. But mine never swelled up that big. His was just wow. Yeah. But the penicillin knocked it right out for me. He said by the next couple of days, by the time he got to Denver, the swelling was gone. It wasn't hurting. He did take a little bit of the codeine that first day because it was just so painful. But he went right to bed after taking it. So still, it's a narcotic. You're not supposed to take it while you're on the truck. But you do what you got to do. I mean, damn. So yeah, that's that time. And then there's been times where I've been really sick and felt horrible. And you kind of self-diagnose. Like, is it the flu? Is it just cold? Is it some kind of stomach bug or whatever? And you kind of self-treat and do what you can. You determine, like I said, you try to determine whether you need to see a doctor right away or not. If it's something like him, he had, talked to dispatch, say, hey, I need to get home. I got this tooth problem, I have to get home. But he was already under a load, so they had to, now, Cargo Express, they're a sister company, or were a sister company to Navajo. And Navajo is a big company. They got lots of drivers. There's no reason they couldn't had a driver coming the other way and swap loads with him to get him back home. But no, they made him. They were going to made him go all the way to Denver, and then find him a load to get back. I would have been looking for a load to swap and come straight back, but try to get him home. That'd been what I would have done, but I'm not a dispatcher. So, yeah, you make a determination. If you need to be home, you call your dispatch, say, I need to get home, I'm sick, this is my problem. I need to get home to see my doctor. If it's something you think you can put off that long. Or if you're like me, where I go through Cheyenne every week. Usually on Friday, but this time I won't go through till Saturday, but when I'm going east. When I'm going west, it's Sunday I come through. So if it's something that bad, then I'll either wait till I get back here, where I see my regular doctor here, and I'm trying to get a regular doctor in Cheyenne. That way I can see doctors on either place. Yeah, you try to do that. You know, if you get injured, you try to figure out how bad it is. You go to the ER, urgent care, or hospital, or whatever. Candy got hurt a few years ago. She was driving for a company I used to drive for before I came here. She fell off her truck and shattered her elbow. Got messed up pretty good. She had to go to the hospital right away. And then they sent her home. She had to drive with that messed up elbow. She had to call out. Luckily, I was coming through where she was. She was in Kansas. And I was coming through. And so I met up with her at a truck stop at Flying J down there. And we had to do something. I forget what it was she had to do. Something she had to get done before she could leave. She needed help with, because she only had one arm. Couldn't do anything with her left arm. So I helped her do whatever she had to do. That she had to drive from there all the way back up here to Boise, or not Boise, but Twin Falls, and with a shattered elbow, and that couldn't have been fun at all. It had to hurt like hell, all the bouncing and jarring and vibrations, and that had to suck. And then she's driving, back then she wasn't driving an automatic truck. She had to drive and shift gears and drive with one arm. She got it back. She did good. And then she went to the hospital and they did surgery. She's got a titanium thing in her elbow now. So sometimes that kind of thing happens. You do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to drive messed up, injured, sick. I've had the flu and had to drive and just felt like dying and had to drive. Try to get home. And then you call your dispatcher, and then you have to hope your dispatchers are decent people, which most of the time they're not. They don't give a damn about you. They don't. They don't give a shit about you. All they care about is moving freight. And they don't give a damn how sick you are. Most of them are that way. Now, Elman's good about shit. He knows he's a driver. So he knows most of the dispatchers, they've never been in a fucking truck. They don't know shit. They don't give a damn. They'll leave you out here sicker as hell. Leave you stranded somewhere. They don't care. That's what pisses me off about a lot of the big companies. You're just a number. They tell you, "Oh, we care." My ass, they care. They've left me sitting in places too fucking many times, lied their asses off to me, to my face, too many fucking times. They don't give a damn. They don't. You can sit there and die in that truck, and they won't even care or know to call. You know, the only reason they'll call, they'll send a message on the Qualcomm or whatever. How come that truck ain't moving? How come you ain't moving? You might be dead in the seat, but they don't give a shit. Why ain't you moving? You need a bit moving. As you can tell, I don't like the big companies. You ain't nothing but a number to them. Oh no, I'm out of coffee. I ain't taking my medication yet this morning. And I ain't got nothing to drink. Gotta go inside. Speaking of medications and doctors and being sick. Oh well. I'll do that here in a minute. So yeah, I've gone to the hospital wherever I'm at. The second time I went to the hospital was when I had my gallbladder problem. Of course, I didn't know what it was. I went to the hospital in Milford, Connecticut, and this is my problem with ERs. I don't like ERs. So I went into the hospital, to the emergency room, and they put you in a bed, they take a bunch of x-rays, they take an MRI, did all this stupid shit, then they come back and say, "Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with you." That's all they did. He couldn't figure nothing out. Cost me $2,000. Actually, cost me $4,000 because I had to take an ambulance to the hospital. That was $2,000. Then $2,000 sitting in a hospital bed, and then take X-rays and MRI and not figure nothing out. And I was in bad pain. "Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with you. You can go." So fuck, fuck. I felt like I was dying. Horrible. That lasted 4 days before it finally eased up. And then I got, so the second time it happened, I was in New York, Long Island, on my break there after delivering the butter load. And I sat there for 3 days in pain. I said, I ain't going to the hospital because they didn't do shit for me last time. I ain't going to get another $4,000 bill. So I didn't do nothing. Lived with it. And that took 4 or 5 days for it to finally ease up. I thought I was dying. God, it hurt. And then I got back here. I had delivered, that Tuesday I delivered my T-load. It was sitting right here. Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning, man, I started up again. And I decided to go to the hospital again. Called an ambulance out, went to the hospital. And that doctor there right away knew right away what the problem was. He did an MRI to make sure. Said, "Yep, gallbladder. You got a blockage. You got to go in and remove the blockage, and then we'll go in and remove the gallbladder." But my insurance, them fuckers, they wanted to wait a week. So like, "Oh, wait a week," so thinking it'll clear up on its own again, and they won't have to do anything. And the doctor's like, "No, it has to come out. It needs to come out now." And they determined to do it. And they're going to say, "Do it. Get it done." And so they did. And I feel so much better. And then with this thing, it was just a cough to start out with. And then I got a fever and headache that night, 19 hours. And then the fever went away. I felt fine except for the cough. I'm determined I would wait till I get back here and go see my doctor, which is what I did. And they gave me pills to take, which I need to take. Whoop. I need to go get something to drink. So I'm going to go do that. And I'll catch up with y'all later. Love y'all. Y'all be good. Bye.